KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're at the Walkers Activity Dome here in Newcastle, making a professional debut and a winning first round stoppage. Natasha Jonas, 1-0, off and running.
Oh, aye, that's the worst one. The first one's the worst one, it's done now.
Definitely. Was there an argument it was stopped too early, that fight?
I think she would have took more unnecessary punishment. So there's always, people are always going to have their opinions, which they're entitled to. But, I think it was fair enough. I think it was fair.
Obviously, you announced that you were turning pro a few weeks ago, but then linked up with Matchroom this week, and then you're on the bill almost, within a few days. So it must have been a whirlwind kind of week for you.
It was, yeah. I mean, it's been a long time that we've been training, trying to get down to our fighting weight, and get fighting fit, which is the hard bit. And then there was a gap in between, like, what are we going to do, who are we going to sign with, and then Matchroom came along, gave me a good offer that I couldn't refuse, so I took it.
Sort of moving forward from tonight, obviously you want to get in as many fights as you can before the year's out, another sort of 6 months. How many fights do you plan on having in that time?
I'd love to fight every month, but, being realistic, we're coming towards the end of the season, probably get another, possibly 3, maybe 4 in before the end of the year. That'd be ideal for me because I'm playing catch up on a few other people. So,
how did you assess as short as the fight lasted? How did you assess your own performance?
I think I was full with that much of adrenaline that I'll have to wait to watch it back. As soon as it was stopped, I came back to Joe and I said my hands were low, but there was things that I was picking out, but I was trying to correct while I was there. So I am still learning. It is my first fight with the head guard off. And yeah, I'll just keep moving forward and keep learning.
How did that feel in itself, being without the head guard? Do
you know what? All the lads, when they first for the WSB had their head guards took off, amateur, they were saying it feels better, and I was thinking, oh, how's that possible? And then today when I had it off, I was thinking, no, it does actually feel better. You can see a lot more, your vision's a bit more clearer, and obviously your punches hit your opponent a bit more.
Obviously under the watchful eye of trainer Joe Gallagher, how's that relationship going? Be careful what you're saying because he's sitting right there.
No, it's brilliant. The mood in the gym, it's buzzing all the time. We have a good laugh with the lads, and we knuckle down when it's time to. There's lots of big fights coming up. Everyone's training towards big goals, and just to see the lads do well is motivation for me to want to be just as good. And Joe's got a little board of wins, losses, titles that they've won, and I'm thinking, yeah, I want to see my name up on that board. So it's always a good motivation, and Joe himself's just brilliant. He's looked after me, and he's made me a fitter, stronger, and a bit more clever thinking boxer than I was before. This
may sound a silly question, it may not, but obviously Joe's gym is full of male pro fighters. So how does your sparring work? Do you have women sparring in there as well, or? Yeah,
we do travel, and we get people to travel to us. It's why it's good to keep the training with some of the local amateurs and Stacey Copeland and other boxers that have just turned pro. But you can't get any better sparring than the likes of Paul Butler, Stephen Smith, and Anthony Crawler. So for me, that's the sparring that I want. And you hear females struggling, saying they can't get sparring, and I've got it right on my doorstep as soon as I walk into the gym every day.
This is something I've just wondered personally myself. Obviously, you sparring men, do you have that mentality that they're at a certain percentage because you're a woman, or not?
Yeah, well, I'd like to think so. Don't get me wrong. If they see an opening, they'll go for it. But I do know that they don't take liberties, and vice versa, to be fair as well.
Obviously, this is something that is further down the line with Matchroom having a certain Irish lady in Katie Taylor, but obviously that's somewhere at the back of your head, isn't it, surely?
Yeah, like I said before, we haven't actually decided on a weight that we're going to do yet. I feel, well, me and Joe feel that we've got still a little bit more weight to lose, so we potentially could go a bit further down in weight. It just depends, but like you said, it's not about Taylor's journey. It's all about me and me being the best boxer that I can be. And if we end up boxing at the end of it, great, happy days for everyone. But it's just about me. And I know I'm 6 months to a year behind, so I've got to get them the right bouts to catch up.
Obviously, the new wave of women's boxing has come, especially over here, over the last 7 months with Katie Taylor, Nicola Adams now. Savannah Marshall obviously going to turn has turned pro, will make her debut soon. You felt that this was obviously the right time for you to be doing this.
Yeah, definitely. There's when I turned, when I was amateur after 2012, you know, we had a few people maybe mention odd things like about turning pro, whether we wanted to move to America, move to Germany, and it just didn't appeal to me. But to have it on your own doorstep where you can still be around your family, you know, still be around your friends, and have the big promoters behind you and supporting you, that's ideal, you know, and like one of Britain's best trainers. So.
Absolutely, he's not even listening, by the way.
Yeah. Just give you a big compliment there, Joe.
But obviously we know you're a mother and obviously part of a family now, so how are you coping with that side of it as well and mixing that in with being a professional fighter?
Do you know what, it's easy now. I mean, for the first, you know, she's 18 months, so for the first year of, like most mothers, you're just trying to get the baby into a routine. Now she goes to nursery, she gets minded, so it's all about, I've got free time for myself now, and now I'm back into a routine myself. So the last 6 months I've been in a routine of my own because she's doing her own thing in nursery and stuff. So I'm just like any other mum, really. It's just that my job's a little bit different.
Okay, well listen, thank you very much for giving us some of your time. Congratulations. Feeling the hairstyle as well.
Oh yeah, I thought of it.
Can we have a little look actually?
Get something different.
That's quite serious, Natasha. All right, well, listen, like I said, thanks and congratulations. Onwards and upwards to the next one. All right?
Nice one.
Cheers, mate.